What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, in this video today, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott. The title of this video, I think, is going to be, "Is Dak Prescott a franchise quarterback?" Because that's one of the big issues going around in the Dallas Cowboys community, in the fan base, and in the front office, and pretty much all over the NFL. And that's one of the key topics. Now, I'm going to go ahead and admit this. Dak did not have a good year this year. He did not have a really good season. All in all, he had an okay season, but compared to last year, he didn't do good at all. And it really all started out with this whole thing with Zeke, because if you pay attention, Dak and Zeke are like this. They're like really close friends, and they grew from that. They grew that from last year because Zeke was always there with Dak. He helped out Dak with everything, and they just were always with each other. They never were apart. So Dak and Zeke are really close. And with the whole thing that went around with Zeke, which I don't want to talk about too much because, first of all, I don't know a lot about it. Secondly, it's something that's already gone and it's in the past. And so I don't want to talk about it too much. But this whole thing with Zeke really caused a distraction in the locker room, which caused, I think, the team itself to not play as good as they know they can and that everyone knows they can. And when he got suspended, it didn't help because they were practicing this whole season to have Zeke there all season, because they all thought, and we all thought, that it would just go away and that nothing would really come about. But with that happening, and also with Tyron Smith being in and out, it didn't help, because Tyron Smith, as you guys know, is a Pro Bowl left tackle. He is future Hall of Fame material, and with him getting hurt a lot this season, it didn't help because that left a huge gap in Dak's what's called the blind side, and so he was a little bit nervous. He was kind of like looking over his shoulder the whole time, and it just didn't help his thing. And his numbers were not the best. I mean, they weren't terrible, but they weren't good either. So he had a 62.9% completion rate, which is it's all right. He had a 22-13 touchdown interception ratio, which is not bad. It's not good. I mean, 13 interceptions in a season, that's a little less than one per game, which is not very good. And overall, he had an 86.6 passer rating, and they finished 9-7. So like I said, the numbers weren't the best. They weren't great numbers, but they weren't as good as he knows and what everyone else knows that he can be. But even with that, he still had a better year than Derek Carr, Andy Dalton, Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota, and Eli Manning, all of who are like really good passers and all of who are like really good leaders of their team. And he still had a better year than all of them, with all these distractions going on and with all these injuries playing a part. And it shows that even though you can have all these distractions and all these injuries and all these people saying, "Oh, you suck, your team sucks, blah blah, whatever," it still shows that he can still be a really good passer and a really good quarterback. And so with all these going on, he just shows that he is as good as we think he is. Now, going into another topic that a lot of people don't know is that Dak was put into a team that wasn't built around him. Even this past year, the team was not built around him. It was still built around Tony Romo. And you can't play in a scheme that's not built around you. It's kind of like trying to run a business that you know nothing about. You can run it for a little while because, if you're the boss, all you really do for sometimes is just, write checks and oversee people. But if you are running a business that you don't know everything about, it's not gonna function as well as what it could if you did know about it, or if you were put in a position where you could grow from there. Now, was Dak meant to jump straight in his first year? No, absolutely not. Romo was meant, I think, in my opinion, to go 1 or 2 more years and then retire. But since he got hurt, Dak had to go in because they didn't have any other really good quarterbacks. So he was put into a position that was he was put in a team and a position that wasn't built around him. It was built around it was built around Tony Romo. And also another thing that hurt him was that the team wasn't ready to have a mobile quarterback like Dak Prescott is. He had a great career in college because he was put in a team that was built around him. You know, you could, if you look back at his college career, you can see that, yeah, he was put, his team knew what his team knew what he was doing. They knew everything about him. They knew when he would run. They knew when he would pass, and they knew all his play calling. And so they were a team built around him. He had an excellent rookie season, in my opinion. The reason why is because, for one, a lot of teams didn't have all this film on him that they do now, so they can know what his signals are. They know where his eyes are going. They can tell what he's going to do. And two, because he's mobile, and the teams weren't expecting a mobile quarterback from the Dallas Cowboys. They've only been playing with Romo, who was a little bit mobile, but he preferred to stand in the pocket and throw, while Dak likes to get out of the pocket sometimes and throw deep, which he can do. He's kind of like Aaron Rodgers in that way, where Aaron Rodgers just rolls out to his right and just chucks it downfield. So with all that being said, the key thing is that if you don't have a team built around your quarterback can't lead that team to victory. So in this free agency and in this draft, they need to look at key support players for him, and players that can be breakout stars, because that's what we need, really. But they need to look at players that can support Dak, can help Dak, and make it to where it's a team built around him to where he can lead them. Now, a lot of people are saying that he won't be a future Hall of Famer. Well, I don't know, because it's only his second year. I mean, you've all heard of the sophomore slump, where the sophomore year, they all go down, their second year. Even Troy Aikman and them didn't have a good, Troy Aikman didn't have a good second year. I think they went, 1-15? Or that was his first year. His first year they went 1-15. I think their second year they went 7-9, which is still not really good. But I mean, look where he's at now. They won 3 Super Bowls? Yeah, with him they won 3 Super Bowls with him, and because it was a team built around him. And speaking of Troy Aikman, if you look at their play style, Dak plays a lot like Troy Aikman, because they're both accurate, they both protect the ball more than anything else, they're both mobile, and they're both really strong leaders, all of which makes a good quarterback. So, is Dak a franchise quarterback? I would say yes, as long as you have a team built around him. You can't have a team built around another quarterback and expect another one to come in and lead the team the same way, because it's not going to happen. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you agree with me, leave a like, and let me know down in the comments what you think, what your ideas are of Dak Prescott, if we should keep him, build a team around him, or just go ahead and get rid of him. So yeah, also guys, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to be posting some different stuff. I'm trying to do things with my channel right now, but I will always post videos about the Dallas Cowboys. That's never going away. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good day. God bless you. Peace.